Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the last one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there. Let's jump straight back into this one. If anyone watched the... Actually, firstly, if anyone watched the Saudi Arabian GP today, let me know down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what you thought of that reserve driver, Mr. Ollie Behrman. Looking good. Hopefully Haas will pick him up next season. Maybe replace one of the two they got going, but I don't know. Both of the current boys are doing pretty well, just as my guys in the game here. But let's jump straight back into it. See what we got going on. Let's check our inbox first. Looks like we got a lot going on. This is another snippet from the journalist here. I don't typically pay much attention to these, to be honest. I guess they do kind of allude to what other teams are maybe focusing on for their car development. Excuse me, but yeah, I'm not. I don't really pay much attention to that because we're focused on us. And let's see how the drivers are developing. Looks like K-Mag's getting better and overtaking. Hulk didn't improve much, or actually at all. And then Pietro here is increasing slowly. Let's check in with the board. Still doing pretty well. Let's check in with the finances. Actually, and just always kind of just breeze past that. Nothing really to pay attention to. And the lower category results looks like for F2 here. And looks like we got to change some car parts out. Yep, on Hulk's car. And looks like the new research and design period has begun. So let's go ahead and... So it looks like we're improving in the dirty air cornering overall from those the chassis and the rear wing upgrades. Looks like we're starting to drop down a little bit in the low speed cornering, and we still could improve our top speed. So let's see what we can get going there. Let's tab over here to cars. Let's go ahead and replace the underfloor for Hulk. So he's got a brand new one here. And then let's go ahead and get into new development. So we have the 10 available, but I believe we have the buff still in effect. So we've already done a rear wing, so let's go ahead and design a new front wing. Actually, let me just see. I'm curious to make sure, just to make sure we have these buffs available. So it still says we only have 10. Let me back out here for a moment and let's just double check. Facilities, car development. This has been affected by a recent decision. So it says we should be able to see if we can find that email again. Actually, I think those types of emails, of course. Oh, here we go. I thought they disappeared. So we did approve it. That was 3 weeks ago. Did it for 45 days. I don't think we missed out on that period, but we may have, huh? Alrighty, well, let's just go ahead and design a new front wing, and let's go ahead and actually input everything into it as well here. So that way we can get a huge buff here on the upgrade. Let's actually go with this setup here, the optimized aerodynamics. I think this will help us a lot in the dirty air aspect, which will be nice. And actually from here, it says optimize aero, gives us 3.7. Let's see, does it decrease it? Let's build a little bit in the low speed with this part here. And let's bring the cooling back to neutral if we can. I know it's gonna drop some other things back down, but that should be okay. Super sensitive, let's do a little bit more here. There we go. And actually let's increase this a bit. This. Alrighty, I think that should be pretty fair there. So let's go ahead and put half of our engineers on it and do an intense approach. It's gonna take 33 days. I think it's gonna be longer before we get to our next ATR period. So let's actually just let's do 6 engineers, get it done a little bit quicker. Alrighty, new car part in design. So let's go to the calendar here and let's just get straight into the next race weekend. And it looks like we got to set up the pit crew again for a new training schedule. So it looks like I think we're currently here. And if we go through this training schedule, then we're going to end up not too well. So let's change this around a bit. I think fatigue reduction is going to be the move again. This time over here to attributes. I wonder why it kind of negates us overall when it gives us increases here. I'm wondering if it has to do mainly with the fatigue state. Let's go to fatigue reduction and balanced again. And we still have chance of mistakes and some things going on here. But I do believe, oh I see, it's kind of a busy time frame here. So we might have some possibilities of mistake, but let's see if we can add maybe a gym day here in the morning. Pit stop drill. Let's actually do a pit stop drill. Should we do 2 pit stop drills? No, that's gonna mess us up. Let's change this day into a full pit stop drill day. Brings us down a little bit more. Can we change one of these days to a pit stop drill day? We're getting close. Let's try. Let's see, does the full drill day, does this mess us up here? Yes, it does. So it does put us over here. What about here? Can we add a new day here? No. So it looks like this is kind of gonna be where we land. So this should be okay. We're not kind of pushing everyone too hard. We are kind of increasing our chance of mistake minimally, but still something to kind of be mindful of. And we're not losing any attributes here. It's kind of zeroed out or improving. So let's confirm that. And you can always come back in here and change the development anytime you want. So just tab over to the development section here and hit the little edit button, and there you go. Let's go back to calendar and continue. Looks like the simulator has been upgraded, and it's actually check that message and view the simulator, and we could upgrade it again, but it's getting a bit pricey, so let's hold off a bit on that. Team hub is still going. We've got 7. Let's see. Let's go ahead and upgrade this here, because this is cheap to upgrade. The morale. So this improves the morale, and it's actually, it doesn't at this level. Okay, we'll just ignore that for now. 2 million for the weather center. Let's go ahead and upgrade the weather center to kind of the middle ground, and kind of leave the weather center there for a moment. And let's jump ahead to the weekend here. Looks like the chassis has been fully manufactured. Let's go ahead and check our race targets. Fastest lap, that's most likely not going to happen, but that's okay. Let's do this, and let's say one of our drivers, actually let's say both will get, let's do at least 14th. Let's see how that goes. Looks like we're on a new position or qualifying streak set up here, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll edit this, we'll do both drivers. Hopefully they'll get at least 15th for the next 5 races. We could do 14th, but let's wait a bit longer on that. Let's see what the qualifying targets are. Let's definitely see if we can reach Q2. And let's also see if we can get to at least both of them 14th. And I believe that should do it. For the targets, I'm going to back out and let's go to the race weekend. Here we are, Miami. I believe this track is, or was constructed within the Hard Rock area of where the Dolphins play. Interesting little street track setup. I believe the first year, I think they had, I had to think the last year as well, the interesting water and boat setup that they have down there on one of the turns. Kind of funny. Verstappen leading the championship. Don't think we're going to catch up to him, but let's see if we can crush through this season and see how far we can improve the car, and maybe we can start fighting next season for that top spot. Alrighty, looks like we got a full P1, 2, and 3 session. Let's actually take you through the first practice again. Let's go on a set of mediums. We've got about 46 laps on those tires, so let's do a 20 lap run plan here. Car setup, so kind of just gonna move a few things around. Obviously feel free to take more time if you want to kind of get this initial setup dialed in, but me personally, I just kind of move things around. They're gonna give us feedback anyway, so it's I mean unless you really understand the track and what those things will, how they affect the driver and how you think they will like the car, and maybe you can have a better predictive initial setup to get them closer, or as close as possible, I guess, on that first try. But for me, I just move a few things around and we'll jump right into it. See, K-Mac finished up higher last race, so let's get him out first. And we'll send Hulk out right behind him. Let's go ahead and jump on the big screen here.
Radio check, can you hear me? Radio's good. Good for me too.
Let's actually bump him up.
Radio check, Nico.
Get these tires up quick.
Yep, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
And it looks like some more people are jumping out on track, so we'll be able to see how the car feels in that dirty air situation. Pretty neat track. Rips through the parking lot there. Out near some of the big road, or I guess one stretch of it is on the main road there. Over here. I believe this is the back straight coming into the final few turns. The start finishes in this section here, I believe. Looks like we're getting pretty close to getting full feedback here. I might let them run the whole stint that we set them up for, just to kind of get them more familiar with on track. See how many laps we've done actually. Done 11 of the 20 we set, so we'll have full feedback here soon.
How does the car feel, Kev?
Yeah, that wasn't great.
No, Kev's not too happy. Let's go ahead and bring him in. And we will reset his car settings. We're probably going to keep him out on the same set of tire until the end. He's got 33 laps, so let's do 25. That leaves us 8 left. Let's add 5 laps to this, then just kind of leave him out here for the remainder. And it looks like we are pretty close with oversteer and traction. The others are off. Let's go ahead and move this. Let's do one more. And let's move the cornering back to the right to kind of bring some of these other values back in play. Move the oversteer off to the right a bit further. And then finally, let's move the braking stability back. Let me actually move this over a little bit and move this back one more. Too far. I'm trying to move this oversteer a bit as well as the traction. I think I moved the traction a little bit. So let's actually leave everything here and see where that gets us. And Hulk should be giving us some feedback here soon as well. And we'll get K-Mag back out as soon as possible. It's like Hulk has given us feedback, but it didn't prompt us to let us know how it was. So let's go ahead and bring him in. And let's see how he likes the car. Oh, pretty okay. How much further on the tires? 20. So let's just add 2 more laps to this. And let's change a few things around. Cornering, braking, and so let's go ahead and move the rear wing. Let's go this direction with it. Then we'll move cornering off to the right. Not far enough away, I think, for these values. So let's move the oversteer as well. And I believe that should be pretty good. So let's do this. And try to get Hulk back out there as soon as we can. And we'll see if K-Mag gives us the full feedback before the session is over. He might, may not. But we'll just let him run out to the end of the session length, or he runs out of his strategy first. Let's see what tires the rest of the field are on. We got a good mix of tire choice for everyone. Looks like everyone's kind of using a fresher set. A few people are on some used sets, as we are. Getting close with getting K-Mag full feedback again. We'll just let him give it to us, and then we'll just let him continue that stint until the session is over. So that way...
Any comments there?
Cool, he likes it. We're getting close.
I think we're quick.
Thinks we're quick.
Copy that.
Good stuff, K-Mag. Alright, speed this back up again. We'll just leave him out there until session over, or he runs out of fuel. It's like Hulk, wonder why Hulk takes a little bit longer to give us feedback. Wonder if that's the driver-engineer pairing, and should double check that improvement, or I guess training schedule for those guys, and make sure it's set up to give us the best feedback we can during these races.
And how is the grip and balance?
It's much better.
Okay, understood.
Cool, so Hulk is liking the car, and we're getting close to end of session, so we'll just let this run out. And as this runs out, we will be able to see where we landed. And you can see we're getting
How is the tire?
90% comfortability with all the car parts here.
So back, kicking it down.
So that's good to see,
Yeah,
so hopefully
copy
we'll be able to get full comfortability with the new parts by the end of the Piece 2 session.
What about tires?
Tires are going 8 firm.
And hopefully we can get the track set up to 100 next session as well. So that was pretty good timing with the final run plan there.
Okay, checkered flag, checkered flag.
I think we need to pit.
It's alright there, brother. Session over. Just get back in. Alrighty, let's continue here. And we got pretty far, pretty close on that first session. So let's hit continue. I'm gonna go ahead and do these next sessions off camera here, and then I will be right back when practice is over and we'll get back into qualifying. Alright, welcome back. Gonna jump into qualifying now. We got K-Mag to 100%, but we couldn't quite get Hulk there. We got really close. I could adjust the tow out setting here to just mess with these values, but I played around with it because I was at 97% going into the P3 session. Played around with it a few times and couldn't quite get it there, so we're just gonna have to leave them here. And we'll just jump straight into quali and we'll simulate these sessions so we can get to the race. Let's see where we land. Perfect. So both of our guys moving into Q2. It looks like we might get into Q3 with both of them. Looks like the car and the boys are handling it very well. I did get the track acclimatization up to 100% for both, as well as the part knowledge for both. It looks like we dropped in Q2. It looks like a few people were holding back. So we couldn't quite keep up with them. That's alright. I believe that does still give us a completion on the targets we set up. But here we are getting into the race, and I believe that scene, if you might have noticed, that I just showed off to the right there, might have been where that interesting water and boat parking situation was. If anyone knows anything about that. K-Mag there, talking to the team, talking about the car. Wow, two different scenes. He moves quick. Just thanking the boys for getting the car dialed in 100% for him. And some ladies. There might be some ladies on the team. But let's go ahead and... Actually, let's tab over here to our sponsors and let's just see. So we obviously didn't reach Q3, but that's okay. We completed the quali position both for 14th, and both of them, or actually one of them, got into Q2. Maybe next time we'll start getting both of them into Q2. And let's see what this finish position. Both of them for 14th for 2 races, so that might be doable. Let's check here at the, let's see, position gain. Do we want to try to gain position? You know what? Let's try it out. Let's give it a shot and let's see what we can do. Let's check the reports, and it doesn't look like race day is going to rain, so that's perfect. So we'll have a dry running. Actually, Hulk's up by 1, but I believe he's not going to be as aggressive as K-Mag will. Let's see what the strats are calling for. So it looks like this is going to be our fastest, but I still believe the one-stop probably going to be the way to go. So let's do both of our guys on this. Let's bring Hulk in one earlier than it calls for. We'll back out. We'll do K-Mag. Let's do the same for K-Mag, and we'll leave him and this on what it calls for. Let's go ahead and increase our fuel and driving options. Let's actually go attack K-Mag here. Let's just do attack with K-Mag. Let's give Hulk an extra, and let's actually just have him use the fuel. I kind of want to get Hulk around K-Mag, or I'm sorry, I want to get K-Mag around Hulk, because I believe K-Mag's gonna be the one that's gonna maybe sneak closer up to the points than Hulk will. So let's go ahead and start there. Here we are. Oh, got the Aston Martin out front this time. Looking just as good as the Merc. Fernando. Wonder where he landed. I honestly don't pay attention to much of where the other drivers land in qualifying, as opposed to how much I pay attention to where our guys land. If any of you know, I'm sure you're yelling at me right now, but let's get into it. 5 red lights. And the route. And away we go. Alright, let's jump on board with K-Mag actually real fast. So it looks like Hulk's further up. Okay, so Hulk's actually pushing. Let's put him on the aggressive as well.
No tire
Let's go ahead and
management required.
drop
Let's use it.
K-Mag down one. Let's just see how this plays out a bit. See if Hulk's really gonna hold us back here. Let's see what the field is running on. So we got Gasly and Norris in front of us on the soft, so they might be tricky to keep up with. It looks like this grouping here, 7, 8, 9, might be our target. Maybe Ocon. I think Alpine's our main rival in the championship at the moment. Oh, come on, K-Mag. Come on, K-Mag. Keep it in there. Keep it in. Oh, losing it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Oh, he's gonna lose it.
Typical.
It's alright.
Keep
It's
pushing.
alright. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Alright, let's go back to interval. And let's go ahead and drop the tire pace down since we're coming along start finish again. Oh, don't let both of them by. He's gonna let both of them by.
Okay, back off.
Yep.
It's alright.
This is all I've got.
It's alright. It's alright. Let's get in the groove.
Keep pushing.
We did good. We did good last race. So let's just get in the groove here, boys. Hulk's staying with the group. DRS is going to be enabled now. Looks like Hulk is dropping away. He's staying with him, but Albon's going to have DRS, and that's going to give us some trouble there. Looks like K-Mag's jumped Sergeant. So hopefully K-Mag's getting back in his groove now. And K-Mag is pulling away a little bit from DeVries there. It's good to see. Catching Albon as well. Let's go ahead and drop the fuel down a bit. Let's just kind of hover over, actually click the tires and kind of want to see. So we're still kind of on par. Maybe gonna start increasing a bit of this tire that we have here on this first stint. So just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on when everyone starts to pit here. So it looks like the soft runners are going to start losing time potentially here. So we are starting to run a little bit quicker than some of these soft runners. So let's see if we can sneak both of our boys into the points this race. Let's see what laps Gasly's running. So Gasly's running pretty decent. K-Mag is running a bit quicker than Hulk at the moment. So let's see if we can kind of use Hulk as a slingshot potentially. Because I don't think Hulk's going to be able to catch that group up there. Looks like K-Mag's catching Hulk rather quickly. It looks like Gasly just pit. Let's see what tire he went on. He's on the medium now, so he's probably going for the 2-stop. Norris just went in to follow him. And we've still got a few laps left, about 10 laps before we need to come in at pit. I think we need to keep an eye on Ocon and Russell in that group in front of us here. So now we're in our window. So let's just play here at 4 for a moment. And let's see what Ocon and Russell do. So we know that K-Mag's currently going to pit after Hulk, which I think I want to happen because I think K-Mag's got a little bit better chance, but we're currently both in the points, but we are going to have to pit, and Gasly is catching us quickly. And did Hamilton pit? He did pit. So it looks like Ocon just came into pit. But let's stay out here a moment longer. So it looks like Hamilton's caught us. Caught both of us. Russell came into pit to cover off Ocon. Looks like Hulk is actually holding off Hamilton. It's kind of nice to see. And Hulk should be... Let's go ahead and get him sped up here on his tires. Gasly's gonna come past us here quickly. Then let's go ahead and pit Hulk to the hard.
Box now, Nico. Box now.
Box is left.
Let's go ahead and push Kevin up because he's going to be coming in the next lap. And that will be our one stop for the race, unless there is a safety car or a red flag. And we will be potentially swapping tires. As long as we can jump onto these hards, because that will give us credit for the tire compound allocation change.
Boxing this lap.
And then if we run into a safety car or a red flag, we can potentially go to a soft or maybe onto another medium. And give us a better chance towards the end there. But we will be on the hard for the rest of the race. And it looks like Hulk is in P13. And Ocon and Russell are both on the hard. So those are going to be the guys to catch, but I don't think we're going to catch them, unfortunately. And Norris, what is he on? Mediums. So Norris is going for the 2-stop. And Hamilton and Gasly are going to pit again as well. And Albon is potentially going for the 2-stop. Let's go ahead and jump the pace up to 8 here. We got 27 laps to go, so let's leave it at 8 and see how this plays out. Let's see if we can sneak into the points here. And we did the position gain. Hulk's down 2. So we got to get Hulk back up to 12th, if that's even possible. He is stuck behind Norris. Let's give him some battery help right here. And hopefully he jumps Norris on the back stretch. And can't quite get past him. Looks like Norris is gonna give us a fight here. He might not have the car fast enough on the back straight here. We'll see, we'll see. So we are catching Albon here. slowly with K-Mag. And Hulk's hustling along here. If we could jump Albon, that would be great, because then that will give us a net position gain of 1 for both of our guys. Sonoda is catching us quick. He's on some softs, though, so he's going to have to come in again. But he is running pretty quick on the scrub set of softs. We're catching Albon slowly with K-Mag. Albon's going to have to come in very soon. Here, he just came in, so let's go ahead and deploy a bit here with K-Mag. Go back to neutral. I think this might be our finishing position here. Let's harvest with K-Mag, because he's up 2, and I think if I can get them to swap, then we can get net 1 with both of them, which will fulfill our duties. But Hulk does need to catch him. Hulk does need to catch him. So let's put Hulk on the hotter tire strategy for the moment and give him some more fuel.
Good job. Now pick up your pace.
Copy.
Oops, wrong button.
If you don't need it, no lift and coast.
Yeah.
Come on, Hulk, you've gotta catch K-Mag here. I think our 11-12 finish will be great. Albon is on the softs. He may catch us. But we'll worry about that when we get there. We really need Hulk to catch up here. And I got Kevin going almost as slow as I can. It's getting there slowly. Still got 10 laps to go here. Let's actually speed this up, and I'll try to slow it down when they get close. And now they're close. I'm going to change Kevin's tactics to not fight his teammate. There we go. And let's increase everyone back to normal here. And there we go. I think we have net 1 for both of our drivers. Perfect. So let's try to finish this out if we can here. Albon is catching us. So Hulk needs to keep the pace going. Let's actually keep him aggressive tire strategy. Keep the momentum going. This K-Mag is hot on his tail. Got 3 laps left. See if we can keep him here. And we are in the points now. Somebody must have came in the pit and I missed it. So Hulk is in the points. Excellent, excellent work here. Alright, so we're dropping back a little bit with K-Mag. And it looks like we're on the final. So Max just started. So we're going to have to come around and then do another lap because Max is almost right behind us here. Alrighty, we get another point. Third weekend in a row with points. Love to see, love to see. Hopefully the front wing we decided to design will give us some improvements for some of the low speed sections at tracks. And I believe when the next period opens up, I think we're gonna do an underfloor next.
View, we don't think lift and coast is necessary.
Copy.
Because I believe underfloor is gonna help us a lot
No more
towards
lift and
that
coast.
top speed stat that we are trying to chase down. Probably gonna alternate a few pieces, maybe do the front wing and suspension more towards like an aerodynamic and low
Okay,
speed
check our flag.
approach, and then do the rear wing underfloor more towards the high speed approach. And there we go, race done. One more point for us. Let's go. George hopping out. Think he might have had a bad day there. Dropped down at the end. Looks like a double red, single blue this time on the podium. Ferrari looks like making some moves towards Red Bull. Max, can he be stopped? Can he be stopped in the game? Can he be stopped in real life? Who's to say? He's a hell of a driver, I will say. I'm actually a pretty good fan of Max. I think currently, I mean, he's just absolutely unstoppable at the moment. He is at one with whatever car Red Bull throws underneath of him. It's good to see Checo making some moves back towards Max, but I think Max is just on a completely different planet right now. It's just amazing to watch. Haas coming in with the last points paying position. Mr. Hulk. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, let's see if we can design the car a little bit better. Try to get both of our guys into points more often. Yeah, Georgie. George was up one, so he did pretty decent there. And yeah, we jumped two here. I'm not sure who pitted towards the end there. Was it Lando? Must have been Lando, because I think we got Gasly prior to that. I'm not exactly sure who pitted there at the end to help us get that last spot, but thank you. And let's check out the Drivers' Championship, because I actually haven't checked in a while. Of course, looks like Max is leading. Checo and Charles are going at it. Looks like K-Mag's got 3 points. Good to see. Tied up with Mr. Pierre, but Esteban's doing really well for Alpine. He's going to be the one to beat. And Hulk coming in the board now with 1. Nice to see. And we are at a total of 4 points now, team. Nice. Nice work. Nice work. Alpine is at 17, so they are starting to creep away now. They're starting to creep away pretty hard. So we got to start closing that gap. And hopefully we can kind of crush through this and get to that next car part and get that done for us. And then we can make some better improvements. Good net improvements overall, Pietro. And you can choose to have your reserve driver partake in every single P1 if you'd like. But I think since we're gonna most likely get rid of him, we'll just kind of let him develop in the factory there on the race sim, and keep him around if we need to. Sweet. So we got a little bit more money. And we'll do some more improvements next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's another one down. Burt plays. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.